Hi everyone, welcome you all. In today's video, we are building a very famous snake game, and I believe you definitely played this game once in your lifetime. So, this is the preview. This is what we are going to build by the end of this video. So, I divided this project into multiple parts so that it becomes easier to implement each functionality like scoreboard, then snake, then food, then detect collision with wall, then detect collision with its own tail. But yeah, this is what we are going to build by the end of this project. So to complete this project, you have to watch each video step by step. Now let's start building this snake game together. So this will our flow of program. First we have to create a snake body, then move the snake, and then control the snake using keyboard values like up, down, left, right, and then detect the collision with food. And as snake eats that food, the size of snake also have to increase. Then create a scoreboard to track the score of the game. And at last, we have to detect collision with wall and collision with tail. So let's start coding. So first of all, import the screen from turtle module. So from turtle and create screen object, give it any variable name. I give screen and give the screen width and height like screen dot setup and give width as 600 and height as also 600. You can give background color also, so it will looks better. So background color I am giving is black, and give the title of the screen. For that, screen dot title snake game. And now to keep a window on screen, we have to use screen dot exit on click, and let's run it. Yeah, this is our screen, this is our title, this is background color which is black. Now let's start creating our initial snake body. So for that, create another file, give it name as snake, and import a turtle module. And first of all, create a snake class like class snake and use define init. Now create another function and give it name as create snake, and now create turtle object, and we are going to create snake in segments. So I am using variable name as new segment, and the turtle, and choose any shape you want for the snake. Shape equals to, I'm using square, and give color to the new segment dot color. I'm giving white, and in main.py get a snake from snake, import snake, and create snake object. Snake equals to snake, and if you run our program, you will get nothing because we are just here using pass. So we have to use create snake, and let's run our program. And yeah, it is working. We get our first segment. Now we want three similar segments at adjacent locations of each. So for that, create one empty list and give it dot segments and initialize with empty. And here append the new segments to the segments. So self dot segments dot append the new segments. But as I told you earlier, we want three segment as our initial snake and each at adjacent positions. So to achieve that, we have to use some coordinates. Let's say create one variable as starting positions and give coordinates start from 0, 0. And by default, the size of square is 20 by 20. So we have to use like we have to go backward. So minus 20, 0, because we have to keep it on x-axis. And similarly, minus 40, 0. And to get positions, we have to use one loop like for positions in starting position and add it here and send our segments to that positions. So new segment dot go to that position, and let's run it again and check if it's working or not. Yeah, it is working. If you see, our initial snake is ready. Now our next task is to move our snake forward. For that, here create one another function, name it as move, define move. So now to achieve movement of our snake, first we have to move the snake's head and define the snake's head's position here. Self dot head, and head is at 0th position. So self dot segments at 0th position, and create one loop here which is basically starts from entire length of our segments and decreases by 1. So for it as seg num in range from our length of segment. So the length of segment is 3. We have to use -1 because our head is at 0th position. So comma 0 and -1, and we want to move our snake forward. So we have to move snake's head, and as snake's head move forward, the adjacent segments to the snake's head takes the head position, and similarly the other segment take the position of immediate adjacent segment. So for new x coordinate, give new x as variable and self dot segments, get that adjacent position seg num -1 x core, and similarly for y coordinate also, and use goto to send each segment to the new coordinate. For that, self dot segments from our seg num, and use goto to the new x and new y, and move our snake's head forward by 20 or any other value. So for that, self dot head dot forward by, let's say, 20. And now here create one loop to move each segment. For that, use isGame on as true, and while isGame on, move the snake dot move, and let's run our program. Yeah, it is working, but if you see, it is giving us line, so we have to use pen up over there, but that's not a part of concern, right? The main concern is if we run it again, if you see, it is not working as we expect. It seems like it is lagging, or I can say it is more like caterpillar than a snake. So we have to fix that. So we have to control the graphics of turtle. So normally turtle graphics updates animation automatically, but for games we control animation manually using tracer. So here use screen dot tracer and give it 0, and in loop update our screen so that screen will refresh only when we tell it to refresh. So for that, screen dot update refresh the animation in 0.1 second. So import time module and use it here as time dot sleep as 0.1 second, and let's run it. And in snake.py here use pen up, and let's run it again. Yeah, it is working absolutely fine. So yeah, that's it from today's video. The common mistakes you can do, like you can do mistakes here if you don't know how to use it. And in the next video, we are going to add functionality to control our snake using keyboard like up, down, and left and right. And if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.